Because this is where greyhound racing started in Britain in 1926. Well, the weather tonight has not been too good for us. We've had some rain at times. It's not raining now, but I can assure you it is pretty cold. Well, now, one of the nice little features we've got this year is to see 4 of the previous winners of this Greyhound Television Trophy, and there they are. From 1978, Westtown Adam, and then the 1979 winner, Western Blaze. From 1980, Tread Fast, and finally last year's winner, who's just about to give up his career on the track, Decoy Boom. Well, about 3.5 hours ago, around about 6 o'clock, tonight's 6 finalists, of course, began to be kennelled here at Belle Vue. And this is Spinney Lass, who was such an impressive winner here 2 weeks ago, and is one of the hotly fancied greyhounds here tonight. Now, all these finalists, and every greyhound, of course, who runs at a meeting, has a strict veterinary examination when they arrive at the track. All the identifying marks are noted, and they're checked against the greyhound's own identity book. And there it is, being studied. There's no chance of another greyhound being substituted because every single marking on the greyhound has to be checked against its own identity book. And then they're weighed in to check that the weight hasn't deviated too much from the previous running. And Spinney Lass goes just over 61 pounds. And then she goes away to be kennelled along with the other 5 finalists. And this is how they line up in the final. From trap 1 on the inside, Roystons Annie, latest betting 11-2. From 2, Sergeant Yorke 7-1. 3, Spinney Lass 2-1. 4, Bridgetown Milly 14-1. 5, Alfa My Son 9-2. And 6, Trytravelscene 7-4 favourite. They race tonight, of course, over 815 metres, which is just under 900 yards. Let's now have a close-up look at our 6 finalists. From trap 1, wearing its cold weather jacket, number 1, Roystons Annie, 4-year-old brindle bitch, trained by Adam Jackson at Wembley, the oldest greyhound in the event. Won Heat 2 a fortnight ago, as we've just seen. Irish bred, 95 races and 14 wins with more than £2,200 in prize money. She stays on very well indeed and is the most experienced greyhound in the final. And then from 2, Sergeant Yorke, a 3-year-old black dog trained by Ray Andrews here at Belle Vue. Its owners are the Sergeant Yorke Sporting Club here in Manchester. This was the winner of Heat 3, Irish bred, 67 races, 25 wins, £1,200 prize money, led all the way to win his heat and is fancied to lead again here tonight. And then from 3, wearing the white jacket, Spinney Lass, 2 years old, white and fawn bitch, trained privately by Tony Casey at Leicester, who also part owns this bitch. She was the winner of Heat 1 in impressive fashion, just a puppy, the fastest of the Heat winners, 52.61 seconds. English bred, 14 wins in only 28 races. That's a very good percentage, just over £500 in prize money. And then from 4, in the black jacket, Bridgetown Milly, 3-year-old white and fawn bitch, trained privately by Margaret Barker of Ipswich. Second behind Sergeant Yorke in the heats, English bred, from 48 races, 12 wins, and just over £1,000 in prize money, and an out-and-out stayer, Bridgetown Milly. From 5, in the orange jacket, Alfa My Son, 3-year-old white and fawn dog, owned and trained by Mr. Leon Steed at Cambridge. Ran second in the heats behind Roystons Annie, another English-bred finalist, 56 races, 20 wins, and just over £4,500 prize money. And a class greyhound, this one. He was runner-up in the famous classic at Wembley, the St Leger, and holds track records at both 440 and 628 metres at the Ipswich track. So there's a lot of good performance behind this one, Alfa My Son. And finally, from the outside trap, wearing the striped jacket, number 6, Trytravelscene, who in our latest show of betting was being made favourite. 3-year-old fawn dog, owned and trained by Arnold Mobley of Banbury. Now on Saturday, only last Saturday at Haringey, Trytravelscene won the Golden Jacket event over 660 metres. So what a double it would be for Arnold Mobley if his greyhound Trytravelscene could win this event tonight. As a matter of fact, there's a rumour going around here that Arnold Mobley has turned down something like £15,000 already since Saturday for this greyhound. Irish bred, 36 races and 9 wins and 9 seconds. The only nominated wide runner in the final. All the other 5 tend to go to the inside of the track, so it's possible that Trytravelscene from 6 could get a clear run from that outside box because he's sure to go the long way round, and he might steer clear of trouble. So the 6 greyhounds on this rather chilly evening here, about to be boxed for this 23rd running of the BBC Greyhound Television Trophy. It's the 3rd time the event's been held here at Belle Vue, Manchester. The last time was in 1976 when Olga Donna Jock won it in 52.77 seconds. Now, as they put them into the traps, let's have another show of betting from Jerry Monk of the GRA.
A new favourite now, Harry Spinney Lass at evens, Trytravelscene 7-2, Alfa My Son 4-1, Sergeant Yorke 11-2, Roystons Annie 7-1, and Bridgetown Milly 50-1.
Well, that's very interesting betting indeed, because there's been a huge rush of money for Spinney Lass, the greyhound in trap 3. Impressive winner of Heat 1. Now then, let's watch the starter here, Mr. Starter, who sees that all the greyhounds are safely boxed, gives the signal for the hare controller to start the hare, which comes from the other side of the track, and there's a nice roar going up from this big crowd here tonight at Belle Vue as this final of the 1982 BBC Greyhound Television Trophy, 815 metres, just over 2 laps of the track, gets underway. Now let's see who gets out first. And the first to show is Trytravelscene from the outside. Now, is he fast enough to take the lead at the first bend? Not quite, because from track 2, Sergeant Yorke gets in there, and Alfa My Son has come through, the 2 of them, to take the lead down the back straight for the first time. Alfa My Son, Trytravelscene on his outside. Then in the blue jacket, Sergeant Yorke. These 3 have it to themselves at the moment, but there's a long way to go. As they come into the home straight for the first time, it's still Alfa My Son, the class greyhound, the runner-up in the famous St. Ledger, who leads them over the line for the first time. It's Alfa My Son from Trytravelscene. These 2 seem to have it pretty well on their own at the moment. Now then, can anything get on terms with them? And the rest are a fair way behind. It's still Sergeant Yorke in 3rd place as they come down the back straight for the final time. And Alfa My Son is holding on to his lead, and I don't think anything's going to catch him. Alfa My Son is coming into the final bend with about 2 or even 3 lengths lead. Alfa My Son from 5 is going to win the Greyhound Television Trophy, and does. Alfa My Son, Trytravelscene, then comes Bridgetown Milly, Spinney Lass, and then Sergeant Yorke was 5th, and finally Roystons Annie. So our winner of this 1982 running of the BBC Greyhound Television Trophy is Alfa My Son, a 3-year-old white and fawn dog, owned and trained by Mr. Leon Steed at Cambridge. What a triumph for him.